Chapter 2, Part 3. Education is a reservoir. Continuous positive education leads to positive thinking. Positive thinkers are like athletes who, through practice, build an inner reservoir of stamina and they draw on during competition. If they don't practice, they have nothing to draw on. Similarly, positive thinkers regularly build a reserve of positive attitudes by constantly feeding their mind on the pure, the powerful and the positive on a daily basis. They realize that we are all going to be faced with the negative, and if we have the reserve of positive attitudes, we will be able to overcome it. Otherwise, the negative will prevail. Positive thinkers are not fools and they are not going through life with blinders. They are winners who recognize their limitations but focus on their strengths. Losers, on the other hand, recognize their strengths but focus on their weakness. Step 5. Build a positive self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Self-esteem is the way we feel about ourselves. When we feel good within, our performance goes up and our relationship improve, both at home and at work. The world looks nicer. What could be the reason? Because there is a direct correlation between our feelings and behavior. How do we build positive self-esteem? If you want to build a positive self-esteem quickly, one of the fastest ways is to do something for those who cannot repay you in cash or kind. A few years ago, I started volunteering in my time to teach attitude and self-esteem programs to jail inmates. In just a few weeks, I learned more than I had learned in years. After attending my program for 2 weeks, one of the inmates stopped me and said, "Shiv, I am going to be released from the prison in a couple of weeks." I asked him what he had learned through the attitude development program. He thought for a while and then said that he felt good about himself. I said, "Good doesn't tell me anything. Tell me specifically what behavior has changed." I believe that learning has not taken place unless behavior changes. He told me that since starting the program, he reads the Bible every day. I then asked him what reading the Bible did do to him. He replied that he now felt comfortable with himself and others, something he hadn't felt before. I said to him, "That is nice, but the bottom line is, what are you going to do when you leave jail?" He told me he was going to try to be a contributing member of society. I asked him the same question again and he gave me the same answer. Then I asked him, "What are you going to do when you leave jail?" Obviously, I was looking for a different answer. At this point, in an angry tone, he said, "I am going to be a contributing member of society." I pointed out to him that there was a world of difference in what he said earlier and what he said now. First he had said, "I am going to try to be," and now he said, "I am going to be." The difference is the word try. Either we do something or we don't. The word try kept the door open for him to come back to jail. Another inmate who was listening in our conversation asked, "Shiv, what do you get paid to do all this?" I told him the feeling that I just experienced was worth more than what I could get paid in monetary terms. He then asked, "Why do you come here?" I said, "I come here for my own selfish reason. I want to make this world a better place to live." This kind of selfishness is healthy. In a nutshell, what you put into the system, you can always get back, and most times it is more than you can ever put in. But you don't put in with the desire to get something back. Another inmate said, "What anybody does is their own business. When people take drugs, it is none of your business. Why don't you leave them alone?" I replied, "My friend, even though I disapprove, I will compromise and accept what you are saying. That is none of my business. Can you guarantee that when someone takes drugs and gets behind the wheel of a car as an accident, the only thing they will ever hit is a tree? I will compromise. But if you cannot guarantee this, you or I or our kids could be dead. You better believe it my business. I have to get this person off the road. This one phrase, it is my life, I will do what I want, has done more damage than good. People choose to ignore the spirit and derive the meaning that is convenient to them. Such people have tied this phrase to selfishness, and this had a negative effect on them and the world around them. These people forget that we don't live in isolation. What you do affects me, and what I do affects you. We are connected. We have to realize that we are sharing this planet, and we must learn to behave responsibly. There are two kinds of people in this world: givers and takers. Takers eat well and givers sleep well. Givers have high self esteem, a positive attitude, and they serve society. By serving society, I do not mean a run of the mill, a pseudo leader turned politician who serves himself by pretending to serve others. As a human being, we all have the need to receive and take, but a healthy personality with high self esteem is one that not only has its need to take but also to give. A man was washing his new car when his neighbor asked him, "When did you get the car?" He replied, "My brother gave it to me." The neighbor said, "I wish I had a car like that." The man replied, "You should wish to have a brother like that." The neighbor's wife was listening to the conversation and she interpreted, "And I wish I was brother like that." What a positive way to think. Step 6. Stay away from negative influences. Impressionable minds get influenced by adult behavior and the media. Peer pressure affects on not only children and teenagers, it is also prevalent in adults. It shows in lack of self-esteem when people do not have the courage to say no, thank you, and stay away from negative influences. What are the negative influences? Negative people. An eagle's egg was placed in the nest of a praying chicken. The egg hatched and the little eagle grew up, thinking it was a praying chicken. The eagle did what the praying chickens did. It scratched in dirt for seeds. It clucked and cackled. It never flew more than a few feet because that is what the praying chicken did. One day he saw an eagle flying gracefully and majestically in the open sky. He asked the praying chicken, "What is that beautiful bird?" The chicken replied, "That is an eagle. He is an outstanding bird, but you cannot fly like him because you are just a praying chicken." So the eagle never gave it a second thought, believing that to be the truth. He lived the life of and died a prayed chicken, depriving himself of his heritage because of his lack of vision. What a waste! He was born to win but conditioned to lose. The same thing is true for most people. The unfortunate part of life is, Oliver Wendell Holmes said, most people go to their graves with music still in them. We don't achieve excellence because of our own lack of vision. If you want to soar like an eagle, you have to learn the ways of an eagle. If you associate with achievers, you will become one. If you associate with thinkers, you will become one. If you associate with givers, you will become one. If you associate with negative people, you will become one. Whenever people succeed in life, petty people will take cracks at them and try to pull them down. When you refuse to fight petty people, you win. In martial art, they teach that when someone takes a crack at you, instead of blocking you, should step away. Why? Blocking requires energy. Why not use it to more productively? Similarly, in order to fight petty people, you have to come down to their level. That is what they want, because now you are one of them. Don't let negative people drag you down. Remember that a person's character is not only judged by company they keep, but also by the company they avoid. Smoking, drugs, and alcohol. One reason that I don't drink is that I want to know when I'm having a good time. Lady Astro. Drinking makes a person lose his inhibition and give exhibitions. In my travels, I have noticed that in some countries, drinking has become national pastime. If you don't drink, they look at you as if there is something wrong. Their motto is, it doesn't matter how bad your English is as long as your Scotch is good. If a banker asked them what their liquid assets are, they would bring 2 bottles of Scotch. Drinking and smoking are glamorized today. It all starts with the first time. If you ask people why they consume alcohol or take drugs, they will give you a host of reasons, such as to celebrate, to have fun, to forget problems, to relax, to experiment, to impress others. It is cool to drink, to be fashionable, to mingle for business purposes. People want to conform to peer pressure. I am amazed at that way peer pressure compels us with phrases such as, aren't you my friend? One for the road, one for my health. The following poem from an unknown author explains the dilemma of social drinker well. I have drunk your health in taverns. I have drunk to your health in my home. I have drunk your health so damn many times that I have almost ruined my own. Drinking and driving cost lives. Jerry Johnson, in his book It's Killing Our Kids, Cities American Hospital Association reports that half of all hospital admissions are alcohol related. According to the National Safety Council in 1989 Accident Facts edition, a person is injured in alcohol related crash every 60 seconds. Pornography. Pornography is nothing short of dehumanizing women and children. The consequences of pornography are that it dehumanizes women, victimizes children, destroys marriages, encourages sexual violence, makes fun of ethical and moral values, destroys individual families and communities. A woman is raped in the United States every 46 seconds. National Victim Centers, Crime Victims Research and Treatment Centers in 1992. 86% of rapists admit to regular use of pornography, within 57% admitting imitation of pornography scenes when committing sex crime. Dr. William Marshall, 1988. It is sad to see how long some people will stoop to make a buck by making pornography their business. Negative movies and television programs. Today's kids are learning their attitudes and value more from television and movies than from any other source. It is estimated that in the United States, by the time a youngster gets out of high school, he has watched more than 20,000 hours of television, witnessed 50,000 murders, and watched 1 lakh alcohol-related commercials. Television programs and advertisements convey the message that drinking is fun, smoking is glamorous, and drugs are the in thing. No wonder the crime rate is so high. Soap operas and other television shows as well as movies glamorize pre-martial and extramarital sex. No wonder commitments are lacking in relationships and divorce rates are high. Impressionable viewers set their standards and benchmark based on what they see and hear in the medium. And no matter who we are, we are all impressionable to varying degrees. Profanity. Using profanities show a lack of vocabulary, self-control and discipline. Rock music. The lyrics of some hit songs are obscene. The music we hear and the performance we watch can subconsciously influence us. Step 7. Learn to like the things that need to be done. Start by doing what is necessary, then what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Saint Francis of Assisi. Something need to be done whether we like them or not. For example, mothers caring for the young. This may not always be fun and maybe even be painful, but if we learn to like that task, the impossible become possible. Step 8. Start your day with something positive. Read or listen to something positive first thing in the morning. After a good night's sleep, we are relaxed and our subconscious is receptive. It sets the tone for the day and puts us in the right frame of mind to make the day a positive day. In order to bring about change, we need to make a conscious effort and be committed to make positive thoughts and behavior part of our lives. Practice having positive thoughts and behavior daily until they become a habit. William James of Harvard University said, if you are going to change your life, you need to start immediately. If you follow the 8 steps above, you will be a winner. Winner versus losers. The winner is always part of the answer. The loser is always part of the problem. The winner is always as a program. The loser always an excuse. The winner says, let me do it for you. The loser says, that is not my job. The winner sees an answer for every problem. The loser sees a problem for every answer. The winner says, it may be difficult, but it is possible. The loser says, it may be possible, but it is too difficult. When a winner makes a mistake, he says, I was wrong. When a loser makes a mistake, he says, it wasn't my fault. A winner makes commitments. A loser makes promises. Winners have dreams. Losers have schemes. Winners say, I must do something. Losers say, something must be done. Winners are part of team. Losers are apart from the team. Winners see the gain. Losers see the pain. Winners see the possibilities. Losers see problems. Winners believe in win-win. Losers believe for them to win someone has to lose. Winners see the potential. Losers see the past. Winners are like a thermostat. Losers are like thermometers. Winners choose what they say. Losers say what they choose. Winner use hard argument but soft words. Loser use soft arguments but hard words. Winners stand firm on values but compromise on petty things. Losers stand firm on petty things but compromises on values. Winners follow the philosophy of empathy. Don't do the others what you would not want them to do to you. Losers follow the philosophy. Do it to others before they do it to you. Winner makes it happen. Losers let it happen. Winners plan and prepare to win. The key word is preparation. Action steps. You may be disappointed if you fail, but you will be doomed if you don't try. Beverly Sills. Let me close this chapter with 8 action steps discussed earlier. Look for the positive, make a habit of doing it now, develop an attitude of gratitude, create a continuous education program for yourself, build a positive self-esteem, stay away from negative influences, learn to like the things that need to be done, start your day with something positive. Now let's move to the action plan. Number 1. Write these action steps down on a 3 by 5 index card and read them every day for the next 21 days. For the next 30 minutes, answer the following questions. Number 2. How can you use each step at home, at work, socially? Number 3. Make a list of things you would like to change about yourself. Number 4. Then list the benefits to you and others of each change. Number 5. Finally, establish the timetable and commit yourself to make the changes.